How's it going, guys? Immediately, I already apologize for the title. I know you've seen that title like everywhere on Twitter, everywhere probably on YouTube already. I apologize. I didn't know what else to title it. I couldn't find a different title. I know I'm the clickbait king, not the king, but I like to use clickbait. I couldn't find a way to clickbait it, so I just went with the normal thing. I'm sorry. But it is Sunday. I just got back from Daytona, so I'm a little bit tired. My last two meals have essentially been chicken nuggets and fries, so I don't feel the best because, those are my only options. While I was in Daytona, we do have 3 new patrons. We'll shout you guys out. Anthony, Noah Hamilton, Tyler Heller. Thank you guys so much for supporting the channel, and shout out to all the Patreon supporters as well. And shout out to the folks that did come up to me and say hi at Daytona. I was surprised. So if you guys know TCB, aka Tyrell Baker, he was with me, and he essentially became my my personal assistant. He was taking pictures, and you guys came up to me. Everyone was really nice. Thank you guys so much for being nice, respectful, and everything. And thank you guys, seriously. So yeah, I always get asked what's it like, and I'm like, I'm not famous. I just make YouTube videos. I'm not famous. It's kind of weird still, to be honest, but it's cool. Okay, so let's talk about NASCAR 21. I'll tell you everything I need to know, but first we need to get some things straight, because there have been some things that when I was there and when I go on Twitter and mostly when I look around. Let me put it this way, all right? I have some friends, my Nork friends. You guys remember when I was racing iRacing, my Nork friends, guys like, I'll just name some names like Jared, TCB, Anthony Emery, Marcus Richardson, Bobby Zielinski, who's in the Pro Series, like all these guys who I've raced with for a long time now, back to the NASCAR 9 days, so over 10 years. And I point that out because I'm just saying some of these guys hated the heat games, because we go to the more simulation side of things, so we do the iRacing stuff. And let me just put it this way. One of my friends, his name is Anthony. I was with him yesterday at the race yesterday, and he said something. He was like, NASCAR 21 surprised me. Like, it actually has potential. And for him to say that, that just kind of shows that this game is definitely good. And I say that because there are people out there that just don't get it. I mean, it's just that simple. So let me explain what NASCAR 21 was at Daytona and what it will be like probably when you guys play it at other tracks. So wherever they play next week and the week after, there won't be like a fully playable version until probably midway through the playoffs, around like that Charlotte, Talladega area. Or I think it's Talladega. That's when they might be able to get like a fully playable version out there for you guys. But for what I played and for what everyone played, it's just a beta. It's like a straight demo. You do a 3-lap race at Daytona. Damage is off. In the settings, I looked at the settings. They're kind of set to medium. That's what it is. So it's like not all the settings on, but not all the settings off. It's like, I think it's like medium stability and like low traction control, something like that. I think it was like low steering help as well. And so when I was playing the game, I had fun with it because I noticed, all right, this is medium settings. I know what it's gonna feel like with a medium versus an off. I've played so many racing games with assist and without assist that I kind of know what the assists feel like on and feel like off. And so imagining it being off, it would have been just fine. It would have been literally just fine. And the best way I can explain it, guys, at least for Daytona, it felt so similar to NASCAR 9, like the way it drove. And let me explain the situation. We were on controllers. There was music blasting from the stage to the behind us because they were putting the iRacing simulators there. So you had like a headset and a controller, and you couldn't really hear a lot because it was so loud. So even with the headset on, you couldn't really hear the game that well. So I couldn't really hear the sound effects and the game engine quite well. And I was just playing with an Xbox controller. And I started moving left and right. I tested the apron. I tried right hooking someone. I think it was Cole Custer that I right hooked. And it all worked really well. Crash physics were really good. Like I right hooked Cole Custer, and it wasn't like NASCAR Heat where like you hit them and they just kind of like stop or something. It was seamless. It was fluid. Cole Custer spins and he gets hit from other guys, and as he gets hit, like where he gets hit determines where, like how his car goes. Like for my example, at least when I spun out Cole Custer, he got hit in the rear and he just started spinning like a tabletop, not upside down, but just like the car just started spinning and spinning and spinning, which makes perfect sense. The AI tried going into like wreck avoidance mode as well, but I think what people just don't quite understand is even, what is this, 2 months away, the AI are not finished, and to be honest, in the end product I probably expect some AI issues, but they're nowhere near finished. The game is nowhere near finished. There was like a wheel bug. Something was like sticking out of the wheel. And again, you don't notice these things unless you look for them hard. But all these bugs will get fixed by the time that it's out. The main game, it looked great. It looked like really good. I don't know if there's day to night transitions the way it was set. It was set in the sunset time, but I don't know if there's like a setting where you can change weather or change well, no, I remember in the notes I think it said you could change weather, but if you could change like the time of day, I don't know, but it was set in the sunset and it felt really good. There are several camera angles, and that's nice. So there's no shortage of options for you to use. There is the chase cam that reminds me exactly of NASCAR 9, like straight up to the T. It reminds me of NASCAR 9. There's far chase, which is what I use in NASCAR Thunder 2003. That's what they have in this game, very similar. There is the bumper camera, so like when you're on the bumper and you don't see anything, just the level of the track. And then there's the interesting cameras, in my opinion. So you have a roof cam. There's not necessarily a hood cam. There's two different roof cams, which I prefer over the hood cam. So it's very much like what you see on a TV broadcast. The roof cam, there's one with a rotating angle in terms of the field of view, which means as you rotate onto banking like you see in the Daytona video that was posted, that's an actual camera angle. So it does rotate. So if you like that immersion of rotating with the banking, then that will do it with you. If you like the normal roof cam where it doesn't do that, but it just kind of stays stationary, then it has that as well. So that would be like the NASCAR inside line camera shot where it's on the roof. It's just like that. They have that as well. So that's 5 camera angles. Then we have 2 more. There is the normal cockpit camera, which it's all right. I think it's gonna be the least used though, because it is, you see the wheel, but it takes up a lot. Like the actual FOV and for what you see is a little bit difficult. And then they have like what I like to call the iRacing camera, which is you take the wheel away and you kind of go onto the dashboard, which is it's what I use on iRacing. It's what a lot of people, when they zoom in their FOV, use on iRacing, and they have that one as well. So 7 different camera angles. You can have an array of options that you want to choose, and I think they're all pretty good. User interface is pretty good. It's like a black screen. It's just good. It's clean. It's just clean. I don't remember a lot from it, but it's clean. I like it. And then one very important aspect I want to talk about, in the HUD when you're racing. Okay, so you can move the camera around 360 angle. You can see everything that, there's, I don't remember if there was a track map. I don't necessarily remember. I don't think there was. There's a leaderboard on the top left. There is your lap stuff on the top right. On the bottom is your speedometer, but on the bottom left was something that was very interesting to me, okay? So on the bottom left, if you press the X button, it gives you your pit options. You can change these at any time. While you are driving, you can change your pit options. And on the pit options, you have wedge, you have grill tape, you have tire pressures, you have whether you want to change rights, lefts, both, or neither. You have the amount of fuel that you want to put in, and I think you can change the number. I don't remember exactly, but I think you can change the amount of fuel that you want to put into the car. I don't know if it's specifically like to the gallon or if it's like options like half a can or a splash or whatever, but you can do that. And then there's a few other options. I think there's track bar as well. So when you click X, it's just this pop-up menu, and there's like 12 rows. So I named off wedge, track bar, tire pressures for each tire, whether you want to take tires, fuel, and stuff. And there's like 1 or 2 more there that I don't entirely remember. But yeah, it's very detailed, and you can do that at any time during the race while you are racing. So you can have it prepared whether you come down pit road. Now there was no caution, so I didn't know like when a caution comes out, how does it work? Like, do you come down pit road? I did not go in for a pit stop either. I probably should have done that actually. Yeah, I didn't go down for a pit stop, so I didn't see the pit stop sequence. I really should have done that. I apologize. I take blame for that. But I just thought that was something really cool because I've never seen that before in a NASCAR game. That's something very different where you can live change the pit options and the grill tape and the wedge. I just like that. That was really cool. Is there anything else? Yeah, the wind speed and all that's there, but I couldn't tell if it made a difference. Oh, bump drafting. Yeah, bump drafting is a thing. Again, the AI aren't finished, and I was kind of running towards the front most of the time when I was playing. But yeah, you bump draft, and it's pretty smooth. The sound effects are a little bit too strong. I think one thing they can do, so when you hit another car, it makes a really clear sound effect that is just kind of weird. It shouldn't be that loud. It sounds like I'm just pile driving someone. It shouldn't be like that. So I think they could adjust that a little bit. But yeah, it works. And I don't think about bump drafting AI. The way I think about it is, if we took this online, how would that be? And that's why I tell you guys it reminds me so much of NASCAR 09, because on NASCAR 09, what was the premier best thing to do? It was Daytona and Talladega online. It was fantastic. Best pack racing, best online racing you can ever get. And the way the bump drafting worked on this game, if they just carry it right over to NASCAR or to the online modes, you have NASCAR 09 reincarnated. It doesn't, because guys, if you remember NASCAR 09, NASCAR 09 was horrible in the single player. It was not good. But as soon as you go to the online play, it was so good. 3-wide racing, you get the right guys. It was so awesome. So that's exactly what it reminded me of. The way you kind of just get up to someone, you just hit them. It just feels so smooth and natural. It feels pretty easy to do. And if you can do that online, I'm telling you guys, it's gonna be fun. At the end of the day, the game's good. Compared to NASCAR Heat, way improved. And if my friends who hated NASCAR Heat and had no interest in buying or playing NASCAR 21 until they saw it, when they even say that they were impressed and that it has potential, that just shows you that it's not even what I'm saying. It's kind of what the people that don't like the Heat games are saying. If they're saying it's good, then yeah, it's good. Now, I just want to make sure that expectation is set. Do not expect a game that is fully fleshed out, detailed in every way. We know that there's only 3 modes: career, race now, multiplayer. So the game is not feature heavy. So the main part of the game that will sell it, and for you if you want to buy it, is, does it play well? Does it race well? How are the physics? How are the AI? How are the graphics? Graphics wise, I don't think I've touched on a lot. Graphics, from looking at it on screen, I can just imagine sitting in a dark room without all the sun glare and everything. It's okay. You just don't need to worry about it. There you go. You guys will know. I mean, you could just boot up NASCAR Heat 5 next to it, and it looks like it's night and day difference quality in graphics. Night and day. It's ridiculous how much better it looks. So, graphics-wise, don't gotta worry about it. That's a check mark. Physics-wise, from what I can tell at Daytona, with the way I hit other cars and the way I tried testing the apron glitch, it's not there. You can go into you can kind of bounce up and off the apron. Obviously, the assists are on, so we'll see if you turn all the assists off if you go on the apron. But there doesn't seem to be some weird apron glitch like in NASCAR Heat. Physics-wise, I can wreck people intentionally when I want, which is a big plus for me. That's what I like to do in NASCAR Thunder, and that's what I like to do in games. It makes for better content. And I can do it. If I want to right hook someone, I can do it. If I want to turn someone in the middle of the corner, I can do it. It's not like when you get to the left rear in the corner and you tap them in the left rear and they don't do anything. No, if you tap them in the left rear in this game, they're going around like they should in real life. So yeah, physics-wise right now, it's good. I was moving left and right on the thumbstick. I was just aggressively moving it to see if it was twitchy. No twitchiness. Car has weight. Well, a lot of weight. Now the stability control was on, so it wouldn't let you slide. It kept you very stable, but there was no twitchiness. I could easily hold my line at Daytona without shaking on the bottom lane. Again, play NASCAR 09. It feels just like it. Straight up, it felt just like it. And that's good news. And that's the honest truth. There you go. Obviously, there's bugs and there's things that they gotta fix. And I think the AI is probably number 1 on that. But AI aren't finished and everything else we'll see. So that is my full thoughts on the game, and hopefully you guys can play a playable version later on, because if you guys are going to the races during the playoffs, there will be a playable version at the track that you're at. So you guys will actually get a better sense of what the physics are like than me, because I only did it at Daytona. So when you guys race at like what are the tracks in the playoffs? I can't even remember what the first race is. Oh well, but when you guys run those tracks that actually require some handling, you guys will know. Thank you guys so much for watching. Subscribe if you're new. Comment down below if you actually were at Daytona and you drove it. What do you think? Do you agree with me? Do you not? And yeah, I would say 99% of all the responses that I've seen is positive. So we will see. Take care of yourselves. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I will see you guys tomorrow. We'll be back on NASCAR Thunder 2003. Enjoy the rest of your day. Peace out.